Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a beautiful morning flow to awaken our bodies, stretch it out, and to set the intention for the day. So let's grab a yoga mat, grab a beautiful place for you to be today, and let's get started. So to get started, we're going to come over into child's pose. To open up the body, feel the ground beneath us. So I'm untucking my toes in the back, my knees are towards the outside of the mat. Walk my hands forward and sit back all the way down to the ground. Breathing here in child's pose. Being intentional with your breath. I want us to be intentional with each movement within this practice. Slowly on your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and drop the left ear to the ground. Just stretch out the neck a little bit. Your gaze shifts over to the right. Breathing here. On your next inhale, I want you to lift your head and bring your right ear to the ground, shifting your gaze over to the left. Slowly, I want you to come up, raising your head, raising your body into table, but lean a little bit forward, coming forward a bit, and pushing back into child pose. Again, inhale, come forward, your shoulders come over your hands, and push back. Exhale into child's pose. Warming up our hips here. On your next inhale, come up, hands come over the shoulders. And as we come back, meet me in table. Our forearms are going to come down to the ground, elbows to the ground. From here, we're going to do some cat and cow. So drop the belly, shift the gaze forward. Round the back up towards the sky, chin towards the chest. Drop the belly, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, round the back, push it up towards the sky. Drop the belly, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, round the back, push through the hands, come all the way up into table, but you're pushing that back up towards the sky. Come to neutral. We're going to go ahead and take that left hand extended up towards the sky. Make some circles here with the wrist. And thread it underneath the body. Right hand on the front, near the top of the mat. Left hand looking over. Stretching out the shoulder here. Slowly come back up, extending the left hand up towards the sky. Make some arm circles here, big arm circles in either direction. Let's rotate. Switch directions. And bring that left hand down to the ground. Extend the right hand up towards the sky. Make some circles with the wrist. Switch directions. And thread that right arm underneath our body. So the left hand is towards the top of the mat and the right hand is underneath our body, looking over to the left. Slowly come that right arm up towards the sky. Make some arm circles here with that right arm. Big arm circles in either direction. Let's switch directions. And to meet that right hand onto the ground. Coming into a strong table here, toes untucked. We're going to slowly raise our knees to stretch out the tops of the ankles and just drop one knee to the ground at a time. Coming back to center, tuck the toes in the back, push back into a downward dog. Walk the dog here, pedaling out the feet. Breathing here. Let's shift over to high plank. Come all the way down to the ground. Push upward facing dog. Lightly twist, looking over each shoulder. Breathing with your movements. Looking over each shoulder when you twist. Push back into a downward dog. Walking the dog again, pedaling the feet. One more time, we're going to go through our vinyasa, so come over to high plank. Actually push back to downward dog. Come over to high plank. Push back to downward dog. Come over to high plank. Come all the way down to the ground. Push upward facing dog. Lightly twist, looking over each shoulder here. I want you to lift the feet, bending the knees, just holding this position here for a moment. Shine that heart forward, shift that gaze up a little bit. On your next exhale, you can bring those feet to the ground, push back into downward dog here. Pedaling the feet once again. Let's extend the left leg up towards the sky. Bring it all the way through to pigeon. Shine that heart forward. Making some twists, looking over each shoulder when you twist. Rocking that hip back and forth from side to side. Planting your hands onto the ground, tucking that back toe, pushing back into a three-legged dog, left leg up. Take the left leg, step it all the way through to high lunge, coming up into high lunge, both hands up towards the sky. Exhale, bring those hands forward towards that left foot, pushing back into a triangle. Melting down, try to bring your nose to your knee. Planting your hands strongly onto the ground, let's slowly sweep that left foot back into a three-legged dog. Bring that left leg down. Going through our vinyasa, come over to high plank. Down to the ground, push upward facing dog. Do some light twist here, stretching out the back, looking over the shoulders. Pushing back into a downward dog. Let's go ahead, extend that right leg up towards the sky. Bring it all the way through to pigeon pose. Shine that heart forward. Want you to look over each shoulder, twisting the body, rocking those hips from side to side. Feeling the stretch in the hips, breathing with each movement. Plant your hands strongly onto the ground, tuck that toe in the back, push back into a three-legged dog, right leg up. Finding this nice strong three-legged dog here, we're going to take the right leg, step it all the way through to high lunge and rise. Both hands up towards the sky. Slowly come forward, both hands down towards that right foot, but one on each side into triangle. Holding this pose here, stretching, breathing, planting those hands strongly onto the ground. Let's sweep that right foot back all the way up towards the sky and slowly bring it down to the ground. Come over to high plank, push back to downward dog. Over to high plank, push back to downward dog. Come over to high plank again. Let's open up to the right, to a side plank here. You can either stay right here if you want. You can extend that right leg up towards the sky. Bring the hand towards the knee and step it back into wild thing. Feeling the stretch here, opening up that heart, opening up that body for this morning practice. Slowly rotate all the way into a three-legged dog with their right leg up. Bring that right leg through to a low lunge. Rising, both hands up towards the sky. Left hand in back, right hand in front. Let's reverse the warrior. Finding the strength in this pose. Breathing with the movement. Slowly come up with both hands. Placing them down onto the ground. Tuck that back toe, pushing back into a downward dog with both feet onto the ground. Come over to high plank. Push back to downward dog. Over to high plank again. Push back to downward dog. Come over to high plank. Come all the way down to the ground. Push upward facing dog. Staying here for a moment. And pushing all the way back to downward dog here. Coming over to high plank. We're going to open up to the left. Side plank. Left hand up towards the sky. You can either stay here or extend the left leg up towards the sky. Placing the hand onto the knee and stepping back into wild thing. Breathing. On your next inhale, let's rotate, bringing all the way to a three-legged dog with the left leg up. Taking that left leg, stepping it all the way through to low lunge. Coming up. Situating yourself in low lunge here. Right hand in the back, left hand in the front. Let's reverse the warrior. Slowly come forward, bring both hands to the ground. Tuck the toe in the back, push back into a three-legged dog. Into downward dog with both feet on the ground. Pedal the feet here. Slowly, let's walk our feet all the way to the center of the mat. Finding ourselves in a standing forward fold. Let's grab our elbows and hang. You can either bend your knees if you need to, maybe having a slight bend in them. Rock back and forth, swaying back and forth here. Slowly bring your hips all the way to the ground to a seated pose. Extend those legs out in front of you. Let's hug in that left knee and slowly lie back all the way to the ground. Still hugging in that left knee. We can take it, twist it over to the right with the left hand looking over to the left. Finding a nice twist here. Breathing here. Slowly come back to center, hugging that left leg in and rising yourself back to a seated. You can extend the left leg out. We're going to hug in that right leg, hugging it in towards the chest and slowly coming down to the ground. Taking the right leg, bringing it over to the left, right hand over to the right, and bring your gaze to the right fingers. Breathing here, feeling this beautiful stretch. Slowly come back to center, releasing the right leg, lying flat onto the ground, hands out to the side, open up your feet to the sides. Relaxing the body here. Setting your intention for the day. What do you want your intention to be? You want to be productive? You want to be kind? You want to be creative? Be active? Whatever it is, starting your day with this morning practice was the right start. So taking a few moments, we're going to lie here with our bodies, checking in. Slowly, let's bring our hands onto our stomach, feeling the wave of the breath in the body. Thanking yourself for showing up today. Riding that wave of the intention you set. as the divine light in me recognizes and sends divine light to you. Place your hands over your heart. Namaste.